Hello, how are you? So today I'll be planting a table grape. A table grape is grown for fresh consumption. So it is rich in vitamins C and K antioxidant, and it has a thicker pulp and a thinner skin. It is larger than a wine grape. So if you're buying a table grape or any grapevine, you have to make sure to soak it first, to like 3 to 4 hours of water to have those roots rejuvenate. But this one has been propagated, and today I'll be transplanting it in ground. To plant a table grape successfully, you have to choose a location that receives a 6 to 8 hours direct sunlight and a well-drained soil. If you don't have that well-drained soil, you can add a compost or an organic matter because grape is an acid-loving plant. The pH of a table grapes ranges from 5 to 6.5. And before planting, you have to make sure to provide a trellis or an arbor. So this has been built by my father-in-law together with this line, and this you can use a trellis or an arbor as long as it is sturdy, and I will discuss this in other videos. So since this is an acid loving plant, you can also you can use organic matter for your soil, or in my case I'm using a Berrytone because this is good for all berries, and it also includes grapes because this Berrytone can be helpful for the soil. You can also use a soil acidifier or a Berrytone. In my case, I use a Berrytone because it's been very helpful to all my berries. And this one is specifically formulated to give nutrients to a better root system and support the health and the growth of the table grape or any grape. So this one has a instruction at the back, so you will not be mistaken. Just take precautions when you are using any fertilizer. That means you have to use gloves. In my case, I'm using gloves. Table grape is a self-pollinating, but I also have other grapes here. I have 3 table grapes and 2 wine grapes. So if you're gonna plant another table grape, just make sure that the distance between the other table grapes or grape will be like 6 to 10 feet apart. And then when you plant it, you have to make sure to spread the roots. It should not be so tightly together so the root system can be stronger. And you have to get ready to have this trellis or arbor because you have to be tightening it or have it support for it as it grows. You need to water it regularly, especially during a drought season, but be very mindful because they don't like waterlog, as they are susceptible to root rot. It is important to have a well-drained soil, and at least you have to feed the table grapes or wine grapes twice in growing season, like early spring, which we are in right now, and a late spring. You have to be watchful too in dealing with the pest or diseases. So I said earlier there are acid loving plants, but they have less acidity and sugar level because they don't need a very high level of sugar, since having a high level of sugar is for fermentation, and the Brix is around for table grapes 17, while for the wine grapes it's around 24 to 27 because it needs a high level, as I said, of sugar levels because of fermentation. But for table grapes, you don't need too high of the sugar levels. because it is mainly for a table consumption. Oh, table consumption, fresh consumption. That's why it's a table grapes. So I'll be gently tap this and press this to remove air pockets. I will water it, and I'm gonna put mulch after. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day.